Okay, I think we're live. So, I know I said I would do a pattern, but, like, honestly, I think, like, Space Quest 6 probably vibes better with me. I'm more of a sci-fi guy, if I had to be very honest. Yeah, I'm more of a sci-fi person. I mean, future sci-fi just kind of vibes with me better. You know, there's like air conditioning, more creature comforts, versus medieval fantasy where, like, you know, you probably don't have air conditioning or flavored drinks, corn syrup, or whatnot. I know that sounds very stupid of me, but, like, honestly, I don't know. I've been to a Renaissance fair a couple days ago, and it was hot as hell. I was pretty much melting. So, let's see, do we have video? Yep, we have video. Let me chill this stream. Oh, hold on. Alright, I think we're ready. Do we have viewers? We have one viewer. That's good enough for me. Okay. Time to venture into, Space Quest 6. Alright, so, last time we left, we got a hotel room. Let's examine the hotel room. What do you have to say, Gary Owens?
The window offers you a prime view of the baby spew brown skyline of Polysorbate 60.
Ooh.
The window offers... A sign in the hazy distance indicates the presence of some huge conglomerate. Can't read that one, but it does look like something you once read in a fortune cookie.
That's Japanese. Racist bastard.
The floor indicator lights above the elevator, while decorative, seem to serve no actual purpose, since you've only seen this elevator go to one other floor. Who's the art designer on this project anyway?
Yeah, I wonder. We could look that up on IMDb, but I don't want to waste time.
It's the elevator you rode up in.
But, I mean, I guess we're wasting time anyways.
They look more like cell doors than hotel room doors. It's kind of a Motel 3 meets Rikers look.
Hey, what the hell?
What can be said that isn't painfully obvious? What can be said? It hurts your eyes to look at that. In fact, you feel a major headache coming on. It's the hotel's not-so-elegant upstairs hallway. One thing that does work here is the lighting. Too bad. This is one place you really don't want to see that well.
Okay.
It's the hotel. Great carpet. This is definitely no place to lose a contact lens.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more detailed than it did in Space Quest 4, that's for sure. That's delightful. What's wrong? Don't your hands feel gritty enough already? It feels slightly... Don't pick at... Don't, you'll smudge the highly polished window. Yeah, right. Even you can clean a window better than that. You summon the... Don't touch that. Don't touch that. They're as strong as they are tacky looking. You're not getting through one of those without an invitation. It wouldn't be prudent. What's wrong? Your words. Hey, don't put. You drool.
Yeah, that's obviously not gonna do. Hey, fish.
Pretty cool looking, huh?
Yeah, it's a fish.
Pretty cool. It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your
Oh, no. Gary. Okay, hold on. Gary, don't roast us like that.
What, was that supposed to be clever? You poke it and prod it and generally make it feel like a piece of meat.
Well, I mean, it is fish. Okay. Well, we got the...
It's the key card. You get fingerprints all over it.
Well, let's go in here.
Nope. Doesn't work in this one.
Okay, let's go in here.
Nope. Doesn't work in this one. It probably seemed like a good idea to you at one time.
Oh, no!
As
I mean, it never did.
the crack maintenance crew must be tied up. This slot needs some work.
Let's touch it.
Nothing you can do with this sucker. It's fried.
Oh no, it's Bridgeport. What? Oh no.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless. Grab 'em and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon.
Okay, that could have gone better.
You puny... Hey, now.
That could have gone better. Hold on. Oh, come on. Yeah, we know game. Ugh. Okay, that could have gone better. Yeah, let's actually check and... Oh, first let's look at that
Maybe they're
plant.
supposed to look that way, but this plant looks like it was dead and buried a long time ago. Yes, I'll bet the leaves would make a wonderfully aromatic tea, a fine spice for cooking, or a most soothing poultice for pulsing, flaring roids.
Okay.
Hey, don't put your...
Yeah, don't. Okay, let's actually go into our room. We get points
Just
for
as
that.
you were about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your
Oh.
new digs, you noticed those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Yeah, perhaps.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
I don't know anything about here.
We was wondering if you'd have any objection. Grab 'em and let...
Well, we already know how that goes.
You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure.
Okay, testing,
you sure ain't
testing,
gonna be
testing.
seeing your home son ever again. Hey, Nigel, let's
Okay.
get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go. Now, just sit there and be still and be quiet, little
Hey,
man.
Gamer Looney.
I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Roger isn't right now.
A beautiful thick shag carpet of Pelvis Brelsford, the rock and roll programming sensation, adorns the east wall of this grungy apartment.
Oh no.
This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead, and her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her. Bandages and patches appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman. You can't reach her from here! Drat the luck! You struggle, but it's simply out of your grasp. Like algebra.
Maybe if we work together, we can get out of here.
She doesn't respond. Perhaps she's a form of life you don't know how to communicate with. Or more likely, she's purposely ignoring you. You drool in that direction, but no one notices. Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular children's toy, sits on the floor. If you weren't a popular child, you didn't get one. That wouldn't prove fulfilling. This little unit is a portable dehumidifier. When you're a guy like Singent, who sweats like a bicranial crud snorter, you need one of these things going all the time. You don't see any way of turning the dehumidifier off. You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry. It's the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods in Space Piston magazine. Just watch that McPherson strut. Don't pick at... You get a jump on sit. It's Kathy Meyerland, an attractive model with gills from one of those stinky swamp-like planets like Madoria, or Slimyon, or Muxalon 4. It's Cindy Crawfish, a beautiful merwoman and spokesmodel from one of those beach-strewn, wimpy, watery planets like Aquaria, or Oceania, or Wateria. It looks like the lead singer for that new death metal band, the Disgruntled Postal Workers. This poster is from that new graphic novel series about the sewer worker who doubles as a psychic investigator. You think it's called Gabriel Norton. This post... That wouldn't... Sorry, but the posters have to stay. Sorry, but Besides, who needs posters you can't unroll the next day? It wouldn't be prudent. It feels... Your words... This symbol is all the rage among teenagers in the quadrant. None of the adults knows what it means, but it's shorthand for no sign of life. It wouldn't... You don't know what that is, but you keep seeing it above people's garage doors. It must be some sort of anti-theft device.
I remember when we had that over our garage doors.
It wouldn't be prudent to do that. You get a jump. You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see. You have no... How groovy! They've got a neon sign for Spore beer. Spore yourself a tall, frosty one.
Beer.
Don't touch that. It feels... That would...
Okay.
That's one of those devices for catching wayward audio-video signals from distant galaxies. You once saw a horribly violent transmission on one of these where strange-looking aliens mercilessly struck each other in vulnerable areas while others looked on in enjoyment. It was called America's Funniest Home Videos, or something like that.
It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine.
That's delightfully non-helpful. Clever. They're using an old video cable spool as a table. Gee, don't let any college kids hear about this. They'll all want to do it. You have no idea where this place is. They ripped off an alien crossing sign. How sophomoric. That wouldn't... A nail protrudes from the wall. How novel. You have no idea where this place... It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn. What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does. What are you going to talk to him about? The weather? Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are carrying nothing. Nada. Zip. Zero. Zilch.
Okay, they cleared our inventory. That's not good. And I want to see this.
It's a short pile polystyrene rug with the ubiquitous Have a Cyclopean Day symbol. That wouldn't... It's apparently programmed to be locked, perhaps to prevent unauthorized entry. This keypad undoubtedly controls the doorway. There is a massive door leading into the next room. You're reasonably certain that this door won't budge without a key card of some sort.
I want to look at the room.
You have no idea where this...
Okay. Well, what we're supposed to do is go here. And that supposedly, like, controls our
Hey,
feet.
What the fu-
Oh.
I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
A nail protrudes. You are now a proud nail owner.
Yeah.
You're back in your... You pinch yourself to make sure this isn't all a bad dream.
Unfortunately, it's not a bad dream. And we're out.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet.
Okay.
Don't even bother looking. Don't even bother.
God. Could have kept the nail.
That wouldn't... Don't touch... Don't touch that. What are you going to talk to him about? What do you want to do? Give him a nice
Yeah, he doesn't exactly seem to notice.
Her skin feels puffy and rubbery, as if her internal body pressure has risen. It must be Regalian bladderwort fever. You don't see any... Teddy? That's del... You have no idea where this place is, but it's...
We're supposed to look at the duck, and they'd make like an Animaniacs joke, but... I guess we can't.
A beautiful... That bores me so. A beautiful thick shag. A beautiful... Not much going on there, eh?
It's kind of funny.
You have no idea what... You have no...
Okay. Well, what we're supposed to do is this. And he doesn't notice that.
A beautiful thick shag carpet of pelvis Brelsford. You have no idea... It's that static-laden, cheapo polystyrene rug you ripped from the wall.
Okay.
What, was that supposed to be clever?
I thought it was. So naturally we have to lay down the carpet.
You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents, you feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen. The pelvis rug is arranged nicely on the floor.
So,
Your utterances...
I'm Roger Wilco of the SCS Deep Ship 86. Can I get you anything? Water, food, some duct tape, armor all? Are you okay? You look bloated.
You get a jump on sin... Your words... It's the... It wouldn't be... A desk lamp casts a sickly glow over your captor. Or maybe the lamp is off and it's your captor who's casting the sickly glow.
I mean, it looks better than my room.
There's no time to mess with that. You have escaping to do. You have no idea what... You have no...
And fucking mouse.
Don't pick...
Well, walk on the carpet? Oh no, we're supposed to use the hands to walk on it. Exactly, that makes sense.
Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
So we're supposed to do this. Hey, you. Yeah! He's
wow,
fried.
the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck? It's a burlesque, Moddy. It's a...
Okay, we're supposed to get
you
that.
now possess the Moddy.
Ah, but what the hell is a Moddy?
It's a burlesque, Moddy. That label won't come off.
Okay. Alright.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring. It wouldn't be... You are visually unimpressed. What can be said? It hurts your eyes to look at that.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read? This is the data corder you got from that endodroid hunter dude.
Oh boy, this is going to be very annoying. You'll see why.
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Surprise. You summon the ability. That wouldn't. Your captors have obviously been drinking mass quantities of that new imported beer, Tecate Wormhole. This optical disc-based multimedia entertainment system has a slew of powerful graphics and audio coprocessors. A unique flexible architecture, is extremely high-priced, and plays a half-dozen really bad arcade games. It's called a 3DOA.
Hey! Topical for the time, cause, 3DO?
It feels... You get a jump. You get a jump on your senility by talking to inanimate objects now rather than in 50 years.
I'm not going to put my lips on that.
Let's look at the mouse.
Way too disgusting. This optical disc base, it's called... Wait.
I'm not touching that, and you can't make me.
The room seems to be vibrating very slightly. This would probably indicate a damping field in operation somewhere close by. Either that or someone downstairs is using a pro shiatsu. The room seems either... You have no idea where this place... You have no idea... This optical disc, it does nothing until you insert a 3D OA compatible disc. Your words are... The computer isn't very sophisticated and does not respond to voice commands. This optical disc, it does nothing until you... It does nothing and... It does not... It's the CD-ROM drive for the 3DOA machine. This optical disc, it's called... It's that Lard Master's keyring. The desk looks... It must be one of those floppy desks. The desk looks rubbery and flimsy. It must be one of those floppy desks.
Computer joke.
This is one of the places those lard masters rest their bloated glutes. Hey, don't put... You... Even though you may not realize it now, you really don't want to touch the chair where that guy had his posterior placed. The desk feels more or less as flimsy as it looks. It feels like it wouldn't. This optical disc-based multimedia, it's called...
Okay, where's that CD? Oh.
There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here. Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here. You pinch yourself. The Outpost Project Survival Guide.
Hey, remember Outpost?
You pinch yourself.
No
Successful
one does.
People Managing Techniques by Carm Trebus. Funny, it's empty. MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and phoebes.
Reference to MS-DOS for dummies.
Turing Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day.
Ooh.
Discovering your inner maggot. How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius without really trying. This might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tektronix.
Hey.
It's a somewhat damaged CD-ROM disc.
Yes, somewhat. That has holes in it.
What, was that supposed to be clever?
Okay, let's play the game. Let's insert it into the system. There we go. From data quarter to homing beacon. Yes, you too can make a homing beacon from simple household goods. Chief among the devices you can use is the data quarter. I'm not a good voiceover guy. I can't do off-the-cuff voiceovers. With a few adjustments sends out a powerful signal to potential rescuers who could totally be light years away. First, open your data quarter. Inside you'll find chips, ERC settings, and plates. If you correctly alter these settings, you'll soon be home by the fire with a cup of nog. Of course, any mistakes could result in in a barbecue with you as the entree. Thankfully you can't die. I'll describe the details in the next issue. Can't print shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Email shopping with no buckazoids. Hey, remember when online shopping was like? Of course, no one remembers. Remember when that was just a dream? Make a time machine out of a DeLorean. Wow. We just need a DeLorean. That shouldn't be too hard to get now, can it? Ah, that seems like an easy job. I could totally get one. Let me just go on Amazon. Maybe it's like, what, $10 for a DeLorean? Yeah. Have a time machine. I could win the lottery. I'm not really reading any of this stuff. Well,
Well, the worm is out of the hole. So, you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do I, punk?
I don't know.
This box is full of daddies. Daddies are modules which, when inserted into intercranial slots, give the user complete knowledge of whatever topic is programmed into that particular daddy.
Okay. Okay, I should probably save.
A box of moddies, behavioral modification Eurocircuit chips, lies under the desk. It's the one called Nigel, the larger of the two mass-laden
Nigel.
brothers. This controller controls the controls on the subspace neurotransmitter.
Jeez, is this guy a control freak or what?
A small decorative novelty lamp displays bolts of electronic discharge. They were quite the rage a century or two ago.
And now are they still the rage?
A small decorative... This appears to be some sort of control room. There's a landing platform beyond the damping field induction coils in the archway.
I don't know, I kind of avoid Spencer's gifts.
Wow, that's a signed poster of the lead singer for that country western band, Hall and Az. A massive subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk. Amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmissions are not affected by local damping fields. But you already knew that, right? You look at it, but nothing strikes your fancy. It hurts your eye. It's just another picture of a heavenly body. Another one of those formerly trendy bolt discharge lamps sits on the console top. This monoamine oxidase inhibitor brightens up an otherwise depressing room. You know the old saying, if the monoamine oxidase inhibitor ain't broke, don't fix it. As if you could anyway. This monoamine oxidase inhibitor brightens up another... This appears to be some sort of control room. There's a landing platform beyond the damping field induction coils in the archway. It's a damping field.
Whoa! Let's get out of here. Whoa! Just get flung.
Boy, this terrace is a nice change from the stink-laden confines of that apartment.
Well, you're not out there yet.
Boy.
The cityscape stretches like an immense pestilent rash across the puckered, festering face of Polysorbate 60.
It's like Bridgeport.
Ah, pretty.
This appears to be a damping field controller unit. At least it looks like most of the other damping field controller units you've ever seen, and you've seen quite a few.
Oh, really?
The cityscape stretches like an immense...
Boy, this terrace is...
The room seems to be vibrating ever so slightly, the telltale residue of a local damping field. Yeah, you reach through that damping field and you'll draw back a dripping wad of demolecularized flesh. It does look pretty cool, though. Maybe when we have more time, we can come back and try it.
Maybe.
Delicious!
Oh, Roger.
The room seems to be vibrating.
Oh.
Unfortunately, your brainwave patterns are far too puny to benefit from even this unit's powerful positronic amplifiers. There is nothing wrong with the subspace neurotransmitter controller. Do not attempt to adjust the controller. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can change your mind to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity.
Okay.
That's delight.
Go away.
You're not even... Alright.
A small... That isn't within reach. That wouldn't prove... That isn't... You briefly consider adjusting the serotonin reuptake inhibitor, but hey, you've been kidnapped. No way you're going to provide free maintenance service to these guys. Your utterance... This is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor for the subspace neurotransmitter. Don't go messing with it. You could create a chemical imbalance and depress an entire planet. Ooh, did we just catch a glimpse of Space Quest 7's plot?
Well, that never happened.
This appears to be some sort of control. The room seems to be vibrating. You rummage around in the box to look for something useful, but all you find is an almost complete set of line dancing in 0G Daddies. Only Volume 2, the Achy Breaky, appears to be missing. A massive subspace But you already knew that. A massive subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk. Amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmissions are not affected by local damping fields. But you already knew that, right?
Yeah.
You poke and prod amongst the Mahdi's until you find a Mahdi labeled Churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word Churlish before you do anything stupid.
Okay.
That's the Churlish Mahdi I found in that box.
It's a burlesque Mahdi.
Well, obviously, let's do this on him.
Excellent guess, Kreskin. Wrong, but excellent.
Well, I mean, churlish means stupid, right? Just do it on him.
Wow, he really creased your can. Pretty impressive. Maybe not from your point of view, of course.
My god, he flattened us.
The corner of the label in this Mahdi seems to be loose. It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your boss.
That's one way to describe it.
It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your boss.
Okay, that's not exactly accurate, but okay.
Thinking it was the Churlish Mahdi, he pops it in place.
Oh no. Uh...
Unfortunately, your brainwave patterns are far too puny to benefit from even this unit's powerful positronic amplifiers.
Okay, let's, Yeah, I'm sure I want to quit. Let's, restart the game. There we go.
Not much going on there, eh? It wouldn't be prudent. It looks a lot more detailed. This appears. Don't. Unfortunately. This appears.
Oh, I'm supposed to look at the fucking
It has a
pixels
couple of
down
things
here.
attached to it.
Yeah. Alright.
It's Nigels Belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant.
That's odd.
It probably seemed like... It's the damping field actuator. It's the belt that big guy was wearing. It's the belt. It's the... It's the belt. It's the...
Alright.
Yuck. It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming assistant.
No, that's the grooming assistant.
Yuck. No, that's just not a good idea now. It's the damping field actuator.
Let's fucking do that. Oh, this is going to be very genius. Can I do this?
It would appear that merging...
Can I...
While that's an interesting idea, it won't help.
Okay.
While that's an... Excellent...
Let's get out of there.
While that's an interest...
Oh, it won't even let us.
The room is no longer giving off that low-level hum. You wave at the skyline. Look, some nerd on the sidewalk thinks you're waving to him. He's waving back. How friendly. Oh, he's got a gun.
Oh no!
Thank goodness, now that you've got that damping field shut off, you can check out that damping field controller unit so that maybe you can shut off that... Oh yeah, that's a real sound idea. You have no reason to check out the damping field controller unit now. The room is no longer giving off that low-level hum.
So, remember that data coder? Yeah, we're gonna have to...
This button...
Gonna have to screw with it. Okay. According to, designer, according to designer Josh Mendel, apparently you can solve this with a pen and paper, but let's be honest, Josh Mendel is kind of a smart dude, so... And I'm not, so... Yeah. Okay, so remove everything. Oh boy.
This is the feedback cutter offer plate, hence the clever FC label.
Okay. So we need the RF. So we need to put the... Okay, we put the RF over here. And then we have... Apparently there was going to be a funnier way to get a solution in the game, but then like they had... But then through like a massive boner, they had to like put it in the manual. Okay. Then we have to do the TT dare. Yeah, I'm looking up the solution online because, fuck. Even the one in the manual, you know, it's kind of cryptic. Alright. Okay. I guess we have to get, like, the... And we put the yellow thing on the thing. And then, the FC. Yeah. And we flip the green switch. Also flip the yellow switch down here. Let's do that. And, that. That. And, I think we did it. We did it!
Here's your fish!
I only had to look up the solution online. And a character we've never met before.
Stella, you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix? Who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
Ew.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
Oh, the narrator
Pay
is
no
canon.
attention, Stella. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
Wow,
So what are you doing in this
instant?
sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
Obvious joke.
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me.
Oh boy, guys. Ugh.
I actually came to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I
clock
found you had
monocle.
just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place. I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your
Clockhead.
transport communicator signal. When I'd
Clock
returned,
cock.
I found you'd left it up here on the ship.
Uh,
I didn't know what to do
That's
then
surprising.
until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
oh, that's awkward.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
I'd sure like to collect that sometime. But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stella. I'd like that a lot. The thing is that I kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand?
Well, I mean, we would cease to
Not to mention the fact
exist.
I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stellar. I like you. I think I even more than like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
I believe the word that explains that is fear.
Yeah, fear of not existing.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that
Clockhead.
date with you right now.
Clock
Oh, I
hat.
see. Friends, co-workers,
Clock,
buddies.
clock.
That's all this is gonna be. I guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't
Clock
want to
here.
believe it. I guess
Clock
I
chest.
admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced.
Clock
But I
button.
feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character
She's
than I
munching
gave you
on a
credit
clock.
for, Wilco. Well,
Sucking
I'm
clock.
patient if you ever have
Ah.
a change of heart. Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I
Hey,
don't suppose you heard their names.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take it to the sick bay. There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it, eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
Commander, I am receiving a message from StarCon.
Computer on screen. Hello, Commander Kilbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86. This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Bluntfang during the Fallopian Campaign. Admiral Bluntfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. As Admiral
Hey.
Truman mentioned, we have almost
Colonies.
completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance. To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the Golden Light Year's Retirement Center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival. From the information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
oh,
Meanwhile, back in sickbay,
thanks, Gary.
It's a scale. No, you can't weigh yourself. It wouldn't be prudent. It wouldn't be... This is one of the control panels for the biofeed scanner above the medibunk. Skilled personnel know how to properly operate this, which means you should leave it alone. Apparently the doctor is way busy as he completely ignores you.
It's just looking at him.
Don't touch that. Your word... Many things rest on the center console. Most of them are merely non-functional screen dressing. Pretty cool looking, eh? It's a case of something you don't care about. Many things rest on this... It's a case of something you don't care about. It's a case of... It's a case... It's a scale. It's a case of... It's a case of... It's a case of... Jabba is an interesting-looking fellow. That is, if you think a melted purple marshmallow with an internal skeleton is interesting. He's the main research attendant here in the sickbay. Many things rest on the center console. Most of them are merely non-functional. It's the keyboard for the DNA sequencer. It's the keyboard for the... It's the DNA sequencer scanning bed. This is where you put the food, specimen you desire to scan. This is a DNA sequencer. During a starship's travels, many different organisms and artifacts are discovered, and a DNA sequencer can come in quite handy in analyzing them. But mostly it just gets used to make sure the food replicators are working properly, and not brewing up anything that might hatch and grow inside you, for instance.
Let's get out of the doctor's way. Oh, God.
It's just a crate. It's just... Don't pick at it. It's a medibunk. This is where all ill or injured crew members are treated. It's also where they bring all the guys in the red shirts, or what's left of them, after they've suffered their inevitable calamities. It's a medibunk. Stella is getting treatment for her back injury. You should be ashamed of yourself for jumping on her like that, you baby. Stella is getting... Stella is... It's a medibunk. It's a medi... It's a med...
Sorry about that. Okay. Go into the pockets.
Yuck. It's the hair. Let's look at it together and see what we can see, okay? Yuck. This is the data core. This button turns the data coder on and off.
Oh, great. The data quarter seems to be fried. Oh, great.
This is the This is the data. This circuit board is not user serviceable. You don't want... This circuit... The power must be on before you can reconfigure this unit.
Oh, great. The data quarter seems to be fried.
Oh well.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. The sequencer is for use by trained personnel only. Obviously, you don't fit that description. I'm afraid I can't allow you to use it.
Ah, come on, Jabba. Be a pal. Who'll know?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. It's a StarCon regulation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ah, come...
I'm sorry.
Well, see also we're...
Please, Jabba. Who's gonna
Charisma.
know? Let me try this one thing. I'll be out of your way. No one will find out.
I don't know, Mr. Wilco. I'm not one to break regulations. I really don't think it's a good idea.
I swear, it'll only take a minute. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No one will find out. And I'll tell you what, anytime you want it, one free plunge job, day or night. What do you say?
Hey.
Well, I don't know.
It'll
So,
only take a minute or two, really. Come on, Jebba, be a pal.
Well, okay, but just this once. If anyone finds out I'm sunk, then I'll come looking for you to
So
take
what's
it
a
out.
plunge job?
Keep that in mind.
Like unclogging his toilet
No
or
problem.
what?
I'll be done in a flash.
I
Or, like,
really don't know
punching
why
his
I'm
cock.
doing this.
Oh.
It wouldn't be. Your words cause Jabba is an interesting looking. Not much going. It's your standard DNA sequencer. You are vision. What can be? You summon the. You drool. You summon the ability. You display your you look at it, but what can be said? You look at it. Not much.
All right.
That bores. It feels like. You summon the. You summon. That would. That would. This is the program card you got from sickbay.
The
This is the program card you got from sickbay.
okay.
You poke it and. Don't touch that. You pinch your. That's done. It's the DNA sequencer.
Okay, we're supposed
Neat.
to use this.
I've always wanted to try one of these on the compost.
The game didn't shit the bed.
Oh, hi, Stellar. I hope your back's feeling better.
They just finished treating me, and it is starting to feel better. However, I was told to lay off rescuing people for a while, especially you. So, did you have any luck?
I got some information from the sample I ran through the DNA sequencer. When I tried it, all I got was a name. All it said after that was that the file is closed. I wonder why that is.
I don't know for sure, Roger, but it seems a bit suspicious.
Huh.
When a file is marked like that, there's usually a very good reason. Most frequently, it indicates the file is closed for intelligence purposes, or it's legally sealed by some judicial body. In the case of those tubs of guts that grabbed you, I'd have to say it's not a government agency directly behind it. It sounds more like someone with access from the outside to a friend or two inside. A more paranoid person might say this smells way wrong.
Then again, when did you last change your socks?
Oh, Gary.
If the files are sealed, then we have nothing to go on.
True. The only thing I can think of is that they may be accessible by jacking into cyberspace. I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
So I guess this means you won't be trying it first. I'd love to try it, but I can't
Clock butt.
since we don't know how.
Clock feet.
Well, actually, I read it can be
Clock
done with the
hands.
help of a cyber jack and headset and a cyberspace jack interface module. The article said there are several things to access out there and that there's a vast library of files to browse. It said that the Information
Internet.
Superhighway project is a little behind schedule, but that there are some operative areas. Other than that, I don't have a clue as to how we can gain any information about them.
So you think this cyberspace thing could work?
Well, I can only tell you what I've read. Navigating it takes a little patience, but I think it's the only option you have. I don't know if you'll locate a cyberjacking headset. Because of the delays in the project, they've become more like collector's items than marketable, functionable products.
We do have cyberjack modules built into the compost.
That's true. Of course, we won't know anyway without the jack.
That bites. I wonder where we could find one of those.
I wish I knew, Roger. There must be some place.
Attention! We are now orbiting the Delta Berxalon 5 colony as requested by StarCon. Most of you know your assignments as they have been broadcast to your composts. Please represent StarCon properly. Kilbasa, out.
You better get moving since you don't know yet what your assignment is. I have some checking around to do. We'll talk later.
Thanks, Stellar. I'll see you soon. Maybe we can work in that dinner.
Whoa!
Looks like you have a message waiting for you. Hey, it's the Pocket Pal terminal you filched from an abandoned land speeder on Xenon during Space Quest 4. The Pocket Pal will be of no use to you whatsoever. It's AC, and the ship is DC. You've never once sat down at this table, and you're not about to start now. These chairs have been thoughtfully provided by ship services so that you can sit at your table and work. You wonder what it feels like to sit in them. It's a discarded cigar stub from the Galaxy Galleria in Space Quest 4. Hey, here's that pack of matches you stole from the Eulance Flats bar when you returned to Space Quest 1 during the time travel sequence in Space Quest 4. Wow, it's your official employment rejection letter from Sierra Online at the end of Space Quest 3. It just says, "Not a chance," and it's signed by Ken Williams. That cigar butt is a piece of your history. You would no sooner carry it around than you would your golden mop. You've long since used up all the matches in this book. The cover is lying around as a souvenir. Don't put that cigar butt in your mouth. You know where this one has been.
Hey, here's a match for you. My face and your spatially inverted tetryon particle.
What?
Well, you had to be there.
You can curse at the rejection letter all you like, but the decision has already been made. You won't need it. It's reminding you of your inadequacy just fine where it is. This table is supposed to be used for paperwork and gracious dining. Since you do neither, you've found it makes a great place to stash all this junk you've collected over the years. Whoa, it's the star generator remote control you found aboard the Sarian ship during Space Quest 1. Unless there happens to be a star generator in the immediate vicinity, this remote won't be of any use to you whatsoever. And there isn't, so there won't. There isn't the remotest chance it will respond to you.
Huh.
Perhaps you should table this conversation for now. Your words. This table is supposed to be used for Wow, it's the old translating gadget you used to communicate with the subterranean alien back on the planet Corona in Space Quest 1. Too bad they don't make those little dilithium watch batteries anymore. Don't bother with it. The batteries are dead, and there's no alien language here to translate.
Hey, translate this.
Okay, hold it right there.
guess it's not gonna translate.
This table is supposed to be used... Ooh, it's your old Autobucks card from your shopping spree at the Galaxy Galleria, after you saved the latex babes from that hideous sea slug in Space Quest 4. It's expired, unfortunately.
Wait
but
a
then
minute.
You don't need much money aboard the deep ship. Besides, people would talk if they saw you dressed that way again.
Wait a minute, that doesn't happen until Space Quest 10.
You won't need to take the Autobucks card. Here on the Deep Ship 86, there's no need for money. Everything's free. It's kind of like a Royal Caribbean cruise, only without the aerobics classes.
Huh.
You drool. Perhaps you should table this. Say it's the old hint book you found in the bargain bin at the software store in Space Quest 4. You won't need that hint book. You've already won Space Quest 4, haven't you?
I have.
Conversing with the hint book is a sign of multidimensional dementia.
Man, goddamn, like... Josh Mandel has a problem with dementia and, like, senility.
Looky, it's your old Labion Terror Beast mating whistle from Space Quest 2. You won't be needing the whistle. Do you see any Labion Terror Beasts around here? No? Then there's no need to blow it. It's a medical reference of janitor-specific ailments, diseases of the genitalia.
Oh, no. Oh.
Now's no time to catch up on your reading. You drool in that direction, but no one notices. This is a Beetlejuice clamoring hagfish fern. You've tried everything you could think of to get it back to health. Unfortunately, all you could think of to do was to stand over it and say, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
You think about plucking one of the dead brown leaves from the dead brown plant, but that would just be adding insult to injury. It's way too late to save this plant by talking to it. You've killed your Antarian foreground plant.
Roger, what the fuck?
What are you going to do? Lay hands on it and heal it? You give the plant the last rites. Your quarters are cozy and intimate, yet spacious. That's one of the advantages of living in a converted cargo hold.
Yeah.
It feels slightly gritty. You suppress an urge to dust it.
God damn it, a default message.
You start to say something and then you... You had tickets to see Quasar live in concrete with Beatrice. That was before you got busted back down to janitor and assigned to this dad-blasted floating heck hole of a mother-talking spaceship.
Yeah.
A note, this game has scrupulously avoided any rough language that would result in having to be rated as an adults-only computer or video game by the Game Censorship Board of the U.S. Senate Subcommittee. No, there's nothing behind the poster. As these things are wont to do, it acts like you said nothing at all. These controls open and close the closet, perform passive handprint IDs to prevent unauthorized entry, monitor its humidity, and scan for moths. You never learned how to work these controls. That's why you keep everything
love
that
to
should
live
be in the
here.
closet scattered around the room.
Can we talk?
When are you going to learn that the computers around here aren't voice activated? Starcom's too cheap for that. You get a jump on... Ordinarily, your closet contains clothes. At the moment, though, you're using your clothes as knickknacks. The closet isn't worth opening. Everything that used to be inside is scattered around the room. Your quarters are cozy and intimate, yet spacious. That's one of the advantages of living in a converted cargo hold. Ah, there's nothing like the feel of a solid third-class crew deck under your feet.
I mean, if this is third class.
You drool. You've got a Quattrozevi portable quartz heater set up in here. Sure, go ahead, grab that red-hot spike of quartz so it'll fuse your hand permanently to the heater. You have apparently mistaken your space heater for some other space heater that gives a damn. It's a 4-socket recursive current subspace grounded outlet with your heater plugged into it. It's never enough, of course. When are ship's services going to send up that power strip you asked for? Sticking your finger in the socket might provide us with a few cheap laughs, but we're above that sort of thing. This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it on board. Wait, were you looking at yourself or at the bureau? Well, same message either way. Your words... You resist the temptation to scream into the outlet, which you used to do back when you were a child and had those typical fears of the monster in the socket. Holy cow! It's your Golden Mop Award for your feats of daring do in Space Quest 1. That mop is a piece of your history. You would no sooner carry it around than you would your cigar butt.
Once upon a time, you really meant something to me. You were a symbol of my bravery, of my importance to StarCon. Now you're just a constant reminder of the glory that once was mine. Roger, just pawn in chess game of StarCon.
Hey, don't pick... This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it. Wait, well... You glance in the mirror. For a moment, you can almost see a silk-clad brunette overacting in a stone tower.
Hey.
The surface of the mirror feels cold and hard, like glass, yet you can see yourself in it. Strange.
Huh.
Why don't you look into that facing thing? Kryptonite lamp. Sapping power. Must replace bulb some day.
Since the lamp is the main source of illumination in your room, you decide to leave it on. There's no reason to open the blinds. There's nothing to see out there except billions of the same old strange new worlds, ho-hum new life, and new civilizations, and lots of stupid places for insane, death-wishing daredevils to boldly go where no insane, death-wishing daredevils have gone before. Your attempt at light conversation fails. Your words reflect harmlessly back to you from the window. Somebody told you that Venusian mini-blinds would look good in here. Then again, somebody told you that you look great under fluorescent lights. This poor dresser has... Wait, well, your quarters are cozy and... That's... Why do all these starships come with shimmery sheets? What's so futuristic and wonderful about shimmery sheets? They wake you up at night. They're cold and slippery. And the worst thing is getting up every morning with sequins imprinted all over your face. What's up with that? We didn't make this game just so you could crawl into bed and go back to sleep. Be productive. Now's no time for pillow talk.
Oh no.
Why do all these stars... What's up with... This headboard contains vital function telemetry modules, full spectrum illumination, and as the ultimate in high-tech entertainment,
Fuck!
an 8-track player with quadraphonic sound. Boy, nothing beats being part of an advanced civilization.
What the fuck was that about?
Feels headboardy. The headboard senses vital functions and responds to them.
Is that
The
intentional?
sound of your voice is anything but a vital function.
Is that fucking intentional?
The headboard senses
This is a GOG copy, by the way. They just never fixed that?
Your quarters are cozy. That's... You've been meaning to do this laundry for several months. Now it's permanently stuck to the floor. Picking up your clothes? Damn it, Roger, you're a janitor, not a responsible adult.
Eh.
Pick yourselves up and put yourselves away.
You're terribly offended that they do not reply. You saw this detailed diecast model of an early StarCon Solar Scout in Milky Way today, StarCon's in-flight magazine. It seemed like a great investment at the time. Don't pick it up. You've already broken it several times.
Oh boy.
Now the port stabilizer flange is out of configuration by 5.2%, which could result in a warp core breach. Now you've done it. You've really done it.
Best line.
You start to say something. These are your boots. Wait a second, you're already wearing your boots. Leave them where they are. They're positioned just right for making it appear as though you simply dissolved into your bed.
Eh.
You drool in that... Your word... Stop lingering with the lingerie. Put a sock in it and get moving. We named the game after these. You know, Space Quest socks. They would make a very effective weapon against any foe. Unfortunately, you can't bear to pick them up and be that close to them for any length of time. By now, they're probably stiffer than Mr. Spock. It looks a lot more detailed. Don't touch that. Your word. It does not respond to voice commands. Your kitchen is in here, complete with garbage disposal, solid waste regenerator, and cockroaches. Feels clean for once. You would offer to play hide and seek with the cockroaches, but you are always it. Your kitchen is... Your kitchen... It's your food replicator. Technically, it's not a replicator at all. It's a wormhole into the restaurant dimension. It's your food... Technically... It's your technical... This access panel contains the food replicator's quantum inhibitor conduit. Your food replicator is a nightmare of pooled sticky stuff, dried on gunk, dents, dings, and roach droppings. In fact, the computer's self-survival circuitry cut in days ago and turned off service to your room. Your food replicator is... This is the screen used to Don't try to get anything out of this machine. You'll only succeed in getting your finger stuck to the replicator. Again.
Work, darn you. Replicate me something. Hey,
That was fun.
Work, darn you.
These vents prevent the odors of the food from spreading throughout the ship. Which is a good thing, as you know if you've ever smelled poached sea slug in Orat Coulis. Your food replicator is a night...
Yeah, we already looked at the messages to this in the demo.
It's a 4-socket recursive current subspace grounded socket, devoid of any cords, plugs, or pins. It's speechless.
Whoa!
You pick strange methods of getting a charge out of life.
Wow, a message for me. I must be getting popular. I wonder what it is.
Wilco, Commander Kilbasa here. I have a special assignment for you. A crew person of special skills is required on Delta Berxalon 5. In the spirit of StarCon cooperation, we have decided to offer them your assistance. Transport there immediately. Kilbasa out.
Well, we have to work. Job from hell.
You pick strange methods of getting...
Okay. I think I'll call the stream right here. Well, that was fun. It's like 90 minutes, almost. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.